Hi, hello. Third part, album by Devo, Freedom of Choice, released in 1980. The next track is the title track, Freedom of Choice. And in my mind, this is a classic song or a perfect example of what rock and roll in all its various different categorizations should be. It's a it's It wants to go against the grain. It talks about the norms. It pokes at the what it's not. Like rock is supposed to be mostly subversive, and pop music goes for the masses, and the trends, and everything that's big and hitting. Well, rock and roll has always been about angst, and I think that's why it's important to keep it alive in some sort of way, however difficult it is. Freedom of choice has at its core the lines about in ancient Rome there was a poem about a dog who picked a bone, found two bones. He picked one and then licked the other. He went in circles and dropped it. So it's sort of like putting into your mind that you don't want to choose. You got to let somebody else choose for you. And that is not what they're recommending. That is a sarcasm of what it should be. It's a sarcasm, satire about how things are in a big society that pretends to be free and has things like freedom of speech, but in reality, it's not really free. You have a lot of limitations. You have a lot of censorship. You have a lot of people telling you, like, especially when there was all this canceling. I mean, if you can't speak your mind as an artist, you can't do art because art is expression. Okay, next, Gates of Steel. Some strong drumming and keyboards up front, but then also the return of some nice guitar textures. And if I haven't said it before, I just love Alan's drumming throughout this whole album. It's really awesome in this song and every song. And for me, he's I guess in a similar way like Ringo Starr, like really loving the song and doing what fits with the theme and the concept, and not trying to, outshine or boast or brag. What do you call it? Not show off, but really care for the song. And speaking of care for the song, there's some great singers. I can recognize that they have awesome, amazing voices, but when it doesn't really care for the song and it's more about how good of a singer they are, they kind of lose me. So anyway, to recap, Gates of Steel, it's another commentary on society and maybe even speaking about the future, like what's happening with AI and getting away from synthetic, cybernetic, I don't know. A man is real, not made of steel. Okay, and the next track is Cold War, which back when it was released in 1980, the Cold War was still a thing, and the Soviet Union had encompassed a huge amount of territory and had control over a lot of countries that weren't independent yet, like the difference between Russia and Ukraine and I don't know, Latvia, a bunch of countries that were under the thumb of the Soviet Union. It is, well, especially at the time, you have to look at it with the mindset that it's a commentary on those sort of things, and I think it's a pretty cool one. So, part 3, Devo, freedom of choice. I love it, and watch out for more.